Better of the cells, yes. So what does it mean? Okay, we are all made up of cells. From a baby to no matter how old you are, we are all made up of cells. And especially during this period, you hear so many news, so much information. Sometimes you feel, is this correct? Or is this true? Is this fake? And what's really happening around the world that's affecting our health? Okay, some of you may be fearful of what's going to happen next. All I want to share with you tonight is really about how we can take control of our own health and our own life. Yeah, about 11 years ago, like what Wendy shared, our company launched this cell therapy product called Celergen, and it has benefited so many people. And tonight, what I'll be sharing a little bit about is a little bit on biology, on what our body does and what happens inside our body. At the same time, I would like to share what we can do to prevent ourselves from getting sick, catching the virus, no matter what virus it is, and then what we can do going forward to keep our health in a good state and at the same time preserve and enhance our immune system. Okay, shall we start? Yep. Okay, let me show you a little animation. I think some of you are unable to enjoy the freedom of going to the supermarkets, to your grocery store. But in Singapore, we have a little fortune. Okay, imagine yourself going to a grocery store this morning. You were in the queue, and suddenly someone behind you just achoo, sneezed. I think at this current time, all the eyes will be on this person who sneezed. So what actually happened to our body at that time? From the sneeze, the virus, the flu virus or the cold virus actually travel into the person in front of this person or surrounding, and the virus go into our system, okay, and then get stuck into our lung, stick to our lung membrane, lung walls, etc. And thus, this is the start of the virus who is present in our body. Yeah. And then what happens next? You know, our cells are made up of membranes, thick walls that are protecting, and it actually made up of collagen, fats, and also proteins, which helps to really safeguard and allows nutrients, allows certain things to penetrate into our cells. At the same time, also release whatever things that's not necessary outside of our cells, and at the same time forbid entry of certain things. Okay, so that's how our cells work. And when this virus got in, it was very sneaky. It found itself a host to pretend that it is not a virus. Okay, and it hooked on to this host and then just sneakily get into our cells. Our cells thought it's just a friend, okay, one of your family member, and then allow it to come in. Then realize, oh my, it's an enemy. It is an enemy that is present inside here. Yeah. So what do? They make an announcement, alert all our cells to come and fight against this enemy. And then at the same time, they help to conquer. At the same time, inform all the other cells about what is this virus like. Okay, so the information is passed down to all the cells. Now the question is, when you meet a super virus, is our army of antibodies strong enough to fight? Okay, do you have enough antibodies in your system to defeat this intruder? That is the main questions that we are looking at in today's era. It's no longer about whether there is a vaccine, but really, is our antibodies, is our immune system strong enough to fight against all these viruses? Tonight, I'm not going to talk about what is COVID-19. I think you have enough information about it. What I'm going to talk about will be what we can do to safeguard against not only COVID-19, but also against any other viruses. Yeah? So our cells function, this is basically the cross cross-sectional diagram of our cells. Okay, and what does it do? It will have instructions that will give the cells what are the things they need to manufacture. Okay, it will be made out of proteins. Okay, at the same time, fats. Okay, then there's a factory that process it, and then you also have the membrane. Okay, the cell membrane, it becomes a very important component here. Okay, cell membrane, we actually makes up of, we have the cell matrix, which forms like a layer that is very strong. It prevents cells from other things, nutrients and all that from escaping, and also intruders from coming into our cells. Yeah. So when this collagen or the cell membrane gets weakened down, that's the time where our system weakens and our aging starts. Okay, in our normal aging process, when you're 30-year-old, 45-year-old, and 60 years old, we can tell the difference. You notice that your skin don't look so firm, we don't look so radiant, we start to have lines form. So we always think that collagen actually causes our skin and our looks to be aged and all that. But actually, it's not just collagen, it's our cell matrix. Okay, when all these get weakens up, we start to look older than our age. Nowadays, we even saw people who are experiencing premature aging. Like, you tend to look older. Like, maybe you are from the same cohort, you graduated at the same time, but when you go for your class reunion, your 10th anniversary, 20th anniversary, you notice that some of us don't look that different from when we left school. Some look very different. What is the factor? Really is how fast we age. Okay, and some of us, we know that they may be in their 60s, but some still look like they are 45. So what is the secret? It's not just the amount of skincare that they use, it's really is from inside. And what is affecting the health of our cells, the matrix of our cell membrane, etc., is really, we look at the environment that we are in. I'm sure you have been reading news about when everybody in countries like Italy, in countries like Philippines, even in the United States, when the country is under lockdown, the whole environment changed. There's lesser pollution, and then the sea is much cleaner. And for the first time, I see Manila traffic from the photos. The highways are clear of traffic. At the same time, the sky is so clear, so blue, so beautiful. So we were originally like that. But all due to our lifestyle changes, all these are the source of free radicals. So what are some of the free radicals? Okay, it can be from work stress, pollutions in the environment, okay, unhealthy eating habits. We have been eating out a lot, where food are laden with chemical preservatives, etc. Okay, and then we are taking lots of synthetic drugs or medicine, which are also a form of source of free radical. And then inflammation, which is the root of all diseases, is always happening. We have Wi-Fi everywhere. We can't live without Wi-Fi. Now that many countries are under lockdown, people are staying home, the telco companies are giving a lot of free Wi-Fi access, free data access. Okay, all these are causing a lot of free radicals in our environment. Radiation from the sun, as well as radiation from all these equipment, electronic equipments, gadgets, etc. It causes the immune to be in a disorder state. Okay, from the radiation, fertilizers that are using chemical fertilizing, etc. So what is causing all this? Okay, these free radicals causes oxidative stress and damage to our cell membrane. They start to attack our cell membrane, and then it starts to get loosened up. Just like a gate. Okay, when you get attacked so much, it gets to have holes, it gets to have loosening up of the cell membrane, and then damage starts to happen. So when these free radicals causes oxidative stress, chronic inflammation, chronic diseases, and physical aging, Okay, all these start to make havoc in our system, in our body. Even as early as 2004, there has been this article in New Time magazine which states that inflammation is the secret killer of all diseases, including heart attacks, Alzheimer's, everything. Okay, so the main root of issues is inflammation. And what does chronic inflammation cause to our body? It creates chronic diseases. What are some of the chronic diseases? In terms of joints, people have arthritis, rheumatism. Okay, this is a form of inflammation of our joints. For the skin, people develop eczema, psoriasis, and etc. Heart, hypertension, cardiac arrest, hypertensive ED, erectile dysfunction. In terms of lung, asthma, cancer, kidney, digestive system, our eyes, okay, multiple organs. All these causes, the main root of all these causes is chronic inflammation. So if you know that this is the main cause, if we can do something about an anti-inflammation, that will be on our way to finding a remedy. And what does all this cause globally? It is not just a disease, a health condition that disrupts you. Actually, it disrupts everybody because it is caused by a lifestyle development. Take a screenshot and then later on watch at your leisure time. Yeah, and we are also inviting some of our associates to share their experience of using Celergen as we go through the presentation. Okay, so Celergen, what does it do? And why is it so many people are talking about it? Okay, it's a premium cell therapy supplement. Some of the main benefits really prevent degenerative ailments. That means anything to do with age, any ailments that relating to, because as you get older, age-related, metabolic-related issues, you want to look and feel younger, okay, boost vitality, improve immunity, which I felt, especially during this period, this is so important. Yeah, improve skin complexion, okay, boost sex drive and potency. I know in some countries, people are shy to talk about it. Some countries, they're really proud to say that they have high sex drive and potency. So it doesn't matter which country you're from, Celergen works. Okay, what are the main ingredients? Okay, we are very transparent. We list out all our ingredients, even in the components that it is made up of. The ones in red are our proprietary components: bio-DNA cellular marine complex, peptide E-collagen, hydro-MM peptides. These are all high in protein, made up of peptides and also amino acids made up from the fish of salmon and herring. And then we have these complementary ingredients like lutein, which is good for the eye, and at the same time also for the blood vessels. Okay, grape skin extracts helps to thin and dilate our blood, so promote circulation. That's why people who are having partial stroke or even suffering from some poor circulation affecting their limbs and their movement, okay, grape skin extract really helps in this. Coenzyme Q10 is a well-known antioxidant. So it's also, in fact, many of these components, especially those in the extract, are high in antioxidants.